a Mississippi girl here, born and raised, so I thought I'd give y'all a little bit of Southern etiquette if you're planning on visiting the South anytime soon, little phrases and things to help you keep up with the conversation. Okay, first of all, you hear somebody say, that dog won't hunt. Well, that means that's just not going to happen. If you hear somebody say, well, good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, that means, well, we'll be there if we can. If you're in the conversation with somebody or talking about somebody and you hear the phrase, bless her heart, that just means she's a complete moron. That's not a term of endearment. We're always going to ask you if you've eaten anything, because if you hadn't, we're definitely going to feed you. And we're going to leave our house weighing at least 5 pounds heavier, because we're trying to give you full-on diabetes and high blood pressure all in one plate. If you hear somebody say, go on, get that switch, you better sit your ass down, first of all, because somebody's in trouble. That means they want your kid to go out there and pick a stick off of a tree, bring it back in so they can whoop your little bony ass. And don't come back with a small one, because if they got to go pick their own switch, you ain't going to be able to sit down for the next 2 days. And if you see a Southern woman down here wearing something that looks like a cowboy hat, but it's not quite a cowboy hat, you can almost bet your next paycheck that she has a daughter that either has 2 first names or she has a son named something like Braxton, Paxton, Tractor, something. Also, there's a hierarchy. If you plan on bringing any kind of dish to like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, you better make sure you're on your game, because we're going to talk shit about you for the rest of your life. Be like, don't eat that Sylvia's tater salad. Don't eat that. She puts raisins in it. Which brings me to my next point. There's a huge difference between white people and white folks. I'm white folks, okay? And if you hear somebody eating and they say, ooh, she put her foot in that, honey, that means it's good. She ain't scared of no spice, never in her life. And offering somebody something like Splenda or Sweet and Low as a substitute to put into their unsweet tea to make it sweet is just blasphemy. Like, your body may never be found. And you can also learn everything you need to know about somebody that you're traveling behind based on that tiny little sticker they put in the bottom left-hand corner of their back window. You can tell if they got a dog, if they got a wife, if they got kids, how many kids they got, what sports they play, if they hunt, if they don't hunt, if they like to go to the beach, what church they attend. It's a whole roadmap of who that family is based on that tiny little sticker. Also, if you happen to be driving along and everybody suddenly comes to a stop and moves over to the side of the road, no, it's not a sign of the apocalypse. We see a funeral procession heading in our direction. And because of our gracious Southern hospitality, we all pull over out of respect and park, stop our vehicles until the funeral passes. Also, we wave at everybody that we pass in oncoming traffic. A full hand is appropriate, but also a little 2-finger wave will do. Every gas station in the South has a hot box in, and that's going to be some of the best food you ever ate in your life. Also, most importantly, we are from the South. We were raised in the South, so we can talk shit about the South, but you better not let nobody hear you do it. And